Hi everyone, we are from Group 3. Today we are going to present our group project for Eco099. Our group consists of 2 beetles and 3 flowers, which are Ahmad Zikri, Muhammad Zaim, Nur Imani, Nurin Azrinas, and last but not least, Rina.
First and foremost, what is entrepreneur? Entrepreneur can be defined as a person who start a new business and bears the most of the risk while earning the majority of the benefits. The entrepreneur also is the one who creates a new ideas, products, services, business or method. In addition, the meaning of entrepreneurship is the process of starting a business. Next, how does the entrepreneurs differ from social entrepreneurs? Well, it can be differed by their goal. Firstly, the entrepreneur creates a product, service, or method that the consumers will pay for. In contrast, the social entrepreneur seeks to develop a product, service, or method that will provide benefit to the society. Other than that, the entrepreneur seeks to produce commercial value while the social entrepreneur wants to create social value. It means that the social entrepreneur prefers to provide the benefits to the society while the entrepreneur prioritizes to maximize their profit.
Oh my god, the government just announced that the country will move to the COVID-19 endemic phase. That makes me very happy as a resort manager. When the Malaysian government announced that the country will move to the endemic phase of the COVID-19, this will lead to an increase in the demand for resort accommodation. This is because Malaysians are not restricted from moving at this time and they can now travel and holiday wherever they wish. As a result, there is an increase in demand for accommodation in the resort. Therefore, the demand curve shifts to the right from D1 to D2, but the supply curve remains static. This resulted in a price rise from P1 to P2 and quantity increases from Q1 to Q2 and an equilibrium move from E1 to E2.
Now, what are the efforts that should be done by the resort management to attract the guests to stay at the resort? First of all, the first effort that should be done by the resort management is ensuring proper sanitation of the resort. This is because proper sanitation can help to reduce the risk of cross-contamination. The resort should be fully sanitized and the high-touch surfaces need to be disinfected at least once a day. Other than that, the resort management can also install the alcohol-based hand sanitizer dispensers in various areas of the resort, especially the lobby, for the guest convenience. This could attract guests to stay at the resort because nowadays, they prefer to choose a place to stay based on its health and safety protocols, especially during the era of COVID-19. Next, the second effort that should be done by the resort management is promoting the resort on various online platforms. For example, advertise the resort on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram by posting images of the resort's rooms, attractions, and facilities. This could help to catch the viewers' eyes and attract them to experience the real thing by staying at the resort. Other than that, the third effort that should be done by the resort management is offering discounts or special promotions to the guests. For example, the resort management can offer an early bird promotion such as free room upgrade for the guests who book in advance. Furthermore, the resort management can also offer a 10% discount for the guests who book early, especially during the peak season. This could encourage guests to book in advance and attract them to stay at the resort. Therefore, these are the 3 efforts that should be done by the resort management to attract the guests to stay at the resort.
So what are the government incentives to boost the tourism industry? The first incentive is tax-free zone in tourism destination. Tax-free zone attract more tourists due to lower prices and there are no taxes to pay. This can be proven in 2020, Pangkor Island in Perak became a tax-free zone. As a result, it attracting more tourists to spend their money on shopping and vacationing there. It shows that tax-free is a government incentive to increase tourism. The government can also provide financial assistance to the tourism industry, such as for hospitality, handicraft, and cultural programs targeted at growing tourism. For instance, the Finance Minister indicate in Budget 2022 Malaysia that the government will provide 600 million ringgit to help tourism traders that affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. By doing this, it can boost tourism industry.
Malaysians have come to know and adore the Ramly burger that has been frequently associated with street food and is a favorite among many. Ramly bin Mokni is the person responsible for this success. Due to his characteristic, he has been a source of inspiration to many young entrepreneurs in Malaysia.
Ramly's perseverance was the most notable characteristic, and this can be observed in his early business operation when he was just getting started. One of the challenges that he had to overcome was the lack of resources to produce the patties. However, due to his perseverance, he created the patties by hand and knives. It wasn't only that his loan application was denied, his product was also not well welcomed at first, since Malaysians seemed not particularly fond of burgers in those days. He, on the other hand, did not give up and continued to expand his business by opening a few stalls near Chowkit. He also chose to experiment with other recipes and adapt them to suit the taste of the local people. As a result, there was an increase in demand, and before Ramly knew it, he was producing 3,000 patties in a single day. His business was thriving and he decided to register his business in 1980.
Ramly's ability to take the initiative was one of the characteristics that led to his success. While working in a supermarket prior to starting his own business, he noticed the lack of consistency in the supply and source of halal meat. And this was confirmed when a customer of the supermarket he was working at asked whether they had any burger patties that were manufactured by Bumiputra. In his perspective, the shortage of halal meat supply presented an opportunity for him to start his own business. And knowing majority of Malaysian was Muslim, he started to produce frozen halal food such as burger patties as well as cooked patties together with his wife. And furthermore, after the demand of his product has been increasing throughout the years, he started to introducing more frozen halal food such as nuggets, meatballs, mincemeat, and more.
Ramly's alternative in finding ways to produce his product at a lower cost is one of the aspects that contribute to his success. When his application for a loan was rejected by Mara, he did not give up but tried to set up his business using his own capital instead. With only 2,000 ringgit Malaysia for the starter, he produced the patty manually using his own hands. This initiative was solely to cut the cost and make him able to produce his product even with such a low capital. His characteristic of being an efficiency-oriented person has helped him in balancing the ratio of input and output of his production in a lower cost. It was only after 6 years he was then able to open a factory to produce more patties due to the high demand of the products. Another reason why Ramly became a successful entrepreneur is that he was able to persuade the locals to buy his product. The main persuasive factor used by Ramly is the halalan toiban concept that has been the root of his business. This is because during the start of the business, there was some debate over whether burger meats were halal or haram. Malaysia is a Muslim country, thus it is an important factor to make sure the products are halal to consume. Even though the processing and manufacturing technologies evolved throughout the time, the enterprise still maintains the product to be halal and permissible for Muslims to consume. This notion has gained market trust, establishing the brand as the preferred option and household brand among consumers. In conclusion, Ramly's persistence in pursuing his business, his ability to initiate a product on his name, his characteristic of being an effective-oriented person, and his persuasive method have successfully made him an outstanding entrepreneur that is looked up to by the community. His success has opened a bigger opportunity for the society to start their own business in the country.